This is kind of on the fly video, and I came to the park and it was like after a workout and I decided to do this video. If there is a background noise, I'll try to eliminate it as much as I can in the editing. So this video is mostly about toxic relationships. So especially sexual ones, and especially the ones in bed. And people think that toxic relationships has to do with being in a relationship for a long time with somebody, or but it just actually goes to much more than that. And I would say toxic relationships can also be with someone if you are in bed with someone and they are not meeting your needs, your emotional needs and your physical needs. And I would say that this is really toxic because toxic relationships can be as simple as if you are in bed with someone and they are not meeting your needs emotionally or sexually. If you feel like you have to call or beg for somebody to touch you or to please you, or if you feel like you cannot express yourself or who you are or your needs in bed, this is toxic and this is trauma, and it is stored in your body, even though if you don't really realize it and you think it's okay, I mean it was only one night stand, or it's casual sex, or we don't have this connection anyway, and why have expectations? But every time your expectations are not met, for women especially in bed, because women are not used to vocalize their needs, and women it's really kind of ancestral, and it's lineages and it's ages and years and history of women being suppressed sexually and not learning about their sexuality and how to express their sexuality and how to express their needs, and in many cultures and in many religions it's all about pleasing men. It's all about what men want in bed, and it's never about what you want or what you feel or you know, asking for pleasure. It's always about men and what they want and how can you please them, and this is stored as trauma in every cell of your body. So you have to realize, the first thing to healing this, you have to realize that this is toxic. You have to realize that this is not nourishing. So every time you sleep with someone and you wake up and it doesn't register, your body does not register the pleasure, your mind does not register the pleasure, you were not emotionally satisfied and pleased and connected, this can be, and you felt actually afterwards, you felt bad, or you felt undernourished, you felt drained after sex. You felt not drained physically because you had great sex and you were exhausted, no, drained energetically and mentally and emotionally, and you don't feel good about your body and you don't feel good about who you are. Just know that this is a toxic encounter. Just realize and be aware of that. Be aware that this is a toxic encounter. You were not pleased enough, and whenever you reduce and you shrink who you are and compromise to meet somebody else's needs, this is also toxic, and this is a kind of trauma. Trauma, the definition of trauma is how your nervous system interprets a certain event. It's very different from each and every one of us. So don't compare yourself to anybody. Maybe you're more sensitive, maybe you have a bigger heart chakra, maybe you need more love and connection to feel physical pleasure. So don't compare yourself to anybody. I used to compare myself to so many people and say why for them it's easy and for me it's difficult. It's just different. It's just I have a different response energetically to emotional connections, and everybody has their unique imprint when it comes to relationships. So just be aware of, if you have these kind of encounters where you feel drained, bad, you feel energetically unfulfilled, physically, emotionally, you have to be aware that this is really a toxic relationship, and you need to be aware of that. And then comes the next step, which is you have to clear the energetic cords. I cannot stress enough how important this is. It's really essential and crucial to clear all the energetic cords after encounters, sexual encounters specifically. They drain you, they hook mostly to the liver, to the chakras, to the kidneys, which is the source of energy for the body. So be aware of that. This is just a brief idea, because we all get into these sexual encounters where we feel afterwards unfulfilled, and this does not go only for women, this also can go for men. Or it's not like really, it's not based on gender, it's based on polarity, masculine energy, feminine energy. It depends on who you identify yourself with. So what I'm saying is, just be aware that this is a toxic encounter. And then I'll do another video about steps to clearing this and clearing the energy cords. Stay blessed, stay authentic, stay true to who you are. Don't reduce or shrink yourself to meet somebody else's needs. Have a great day. Namaste.